Service and Administration Minister Senzo Mchunu is defending his office against allegations of corruption, fraud and unethical behaviour. According to a report by a state attorney, the department's Director General, Dovhani Mamphiswana, hired the mother of his child as a senior official. Let's get some answers now. Let's speak to Minister Mchunu, who is in Mthatha, where he today will also be leading a gender-based violence initiative. Minister, a very good morning and thanks for your time on this very busy morning for you. Let's talk firstly about this report and the allegations against Mr. Mamphiswana. What is your position on this matter at the moment?
Well, our take since the emergence of this allegation was that it is a very serious allegation indeed, and one that the relevant authorities needed to act without any hesitation. And indeed, the President of the Republic, who is responsible for hiring DGs, issued a delegation to the Minister of Public Service. We in turn appointed people to investigate the allegation. And the investigation is at an advanced stage. I'm told they are waiting for, or they are just waiting for one interview, and then they complete their report. And after that, we will take decisive action in accordance with the content of the report.
But what about the report compiled by Advocate Smanga Setebe, and it does point to unethical, fraudulent, corrupt behaviour of Mr. Dr. Mamphiswana? Do you completely disregard that report?
Not at all. What we are saying is that we are noting it, but there was a process that was gone into by the Public Service Commission itself. It doesn't prevent us. It also doesn't affect us necessarily, insofar as we have to do our work as delegated by the President of the Republic. Once completed, we will then take decisive steps accordingly. Now, how we will align the reports is another matter, but at the moment, that is what we are up to. And we're very clear, it's a very serious allegation, one that needs to be investigated, but we can't abandon this one and then start focusing on another one.
All right.
We have to complete this one that we're doing.
So while you say that Advocate Setebe's report went into the PSC itself, into general sort of issues there, it has found, though, specifically about Dr. Mamphiswana and about that appointment of a chief director. So surely that does set off some red flags for you as well, that it specifically does deal with that matter.
Look, it's important that we take our cue from past precedents. What has happened with regard to Directors General in the past is that EAs would have acted in one way or the other in response to whatever allegation, and they would have taken whatever decision. But when they go to court, and then you have a problem of procedure and problem of competence. In this instance, we're very clear that the President has competence in terms of disciplining the DG, and the President has delegated that duty to the Minister of Public Service and Public Service and Administration in the Republic. And then we are acting accordingly, and we're leaving no room for any error whatsoever and any doubt whatsoever in terms of executing, in terms of the authority to discipline. Now, whether what then do we do or say with regard to the Commission, we don't want to focus on that at the moment. We just want to focus on our job. That's not to say what disregarding what the Commission's investigation has come up with. But we have to be on the right side of the law all the time, so that if the matter goes to court, we're able to stand on both feet, not on one foot. Not on one foot.
So where is Dr. Mamphiswana at the moment? Is he continuing to act in that capacity?
Well, I think you can find out from the chair of the commission, but from where I sit, he is still at work pending the outcome of the investigation. But we haven't spoken to him either from the office of the minister on the matter or on any related matter, because the matter is under investigation by appointed people.
And what of the person, this controversial appointment, the person who's supposedly the mother of his child, who is chief director? Does that person remain in that position at this time?
Well, we also haven't dealt with that matter, but you must remember that you've got to be very procedural so that you're not found wanting in terms of one step. You've got to appoint people, they've got to complete the report, they've got to present the report to you, after which you then take decisive action. You don't act to and fro. So we haven't spoken, we haven't touched them, we haven't said anything to them as yet, until we get the report, we read it, and then we implement it.
Minister, do you know when your process, when your independent process will be completed? Because, I mean, this is a commission that, you know, is meant to be beyond reproach. It is responsible for ensuring ethical conduct of the highest standards, especially in the public service.
In terms of feedback, I think that by end of the month, they must have finished, unless something happens. But I'm expecting that it shouldn't last for it shouldn't last beyond the end of the month.
All right.
Because I was told that they are almost done.
All right. While I have you here, on a completely different matter, just a quick word on public sector wage negotiations. If you can give us a bit of an update, what you know at this stage.
Well, the update is that the matter is at arbitration. You know that one of the unions took us to Labour Court, and it has since been decided that the matter should sit at arbitration, complete that process, and then whatever happens thereafter is a bridge that will cross when we reach it.
All right, thanks very much, Minister Senzo Mchunu. I understand you have to get to an urgent meeting. We'll let you go for now.